Today, our topic is what's the difference between NCAA and CUBA, which is National College Athletic Association in American, and the Chinese University Basketball Association in China. Our group mates are Bo Wenmu, Jinyu Zhao, and Chen Zhangchen. First of all, I want to talk some history of NCAA and CUBA. For the NCAA, this association established in 1939. There were 5 teams participated in the first year competition. The first year championship belonged to the University of Oregon. For the CUBA, this association established in 1999. There were 92 teams participated in the first year competition. The first year championship for the CUBA was belonged to Chinese Northwestern University. Next is situation of NCAA. There are 3-level competitions in NCAA, 334 teams divided into 31 unions. This equation means there are no chance for the winner to lose any games. The final competition always held in March, so people called it March Madness. For the CUBA, there are only 1-level competition, 92 teams divided into 4 unions. Affect the final 8 teams. The final competition between 2 same teams have 2 games. The first game is in home university, the second game is in the other one's university. Next is popularity degree of NCAA. There were 39,238 persons watched the final competition in ATT Center in Texas for this year, and some price of tickets even over $2,000. The players do not need to pay the tuition and accommodation fees. The popularity degree for CUBA, there are only 2,000 persons watched the final competition in Xiamen University for this year. Some tickets is only worth 20 RMB, which is much cheaper than the NCAA. The school offers 1,000 RMB per month for each player, but players need to pay the tuition fees.
We are going to talk about the differences about the income of NCAA and CUBA. As we all know, a competitive team needs a great quantity of devotion. Using this money, we could train a team well. Firstly, we focused on the annual value. This graph shows that the right phase grows rapidly in NCAA, and according to the data, it points to top the eye-popping mark of 1 billion in annual revenue. On the other hand, the CUBA, a professor estimated that the annual value of CUBA is more than 1 billion, even 10 billion per year, while in my opinion, I think it overstates. Secondly, we concentrate on the income of a coach. A coach plays a very important role in a team, just like a key to the door. In the left part, the coach like Ryan Billy's income are extremely high compared to the CUBA's coach, whose income is just like the normal university professor's income. Maybe in this aspect, we could figure out that the reason why the NCAA has more advantages than the CUBA. Next, we will talk about the player's income. I think this graph is really realistic and gave us a direct impression. We could see a Chinese flag in the left part. The player in China has no money, no gift, no cars, and they even have no extra money to support a girlfriend. By the contract in the right side, the NCAA's player has more money, which will be a big motivation for them to practice and get improved. Last, we make an extended topic about the expenses. In the left part, the NCAA expenses is very large, about 800 billion, and meanwhile, it covers almost all the part of a team needed, while the CUBA's expenses just about 0.2 billion per year. The foundation is very important in some ways, and by this research, we may conclude that the differences in the economy will be a great difference way in CUBA and the NCAA.
And I will talk about the difference between the NCAA and the CUBA about the players' development. NCAA is the basic source of NBA, National Basketball Association, which is the highest level association in the world. Nowadays, in NBA is 90 teams of 450 players. At least 90% players from NCAA. Some players like Michael Jordan are most popular stars in such a professional association. Apparently, students in NCAA have a lot of opportunities to show their talent in the future. In CUBA, only less than 1% students get into CBA, China Basketball Association. Most players in CUBA is impossible to be selected in professional association. In China, most young talent players was chosen to take part in province team, which makes them hard to continue their basketball dream in university. Then I will talk about the competitiveness of NCAA player and CUBA players. In the World Youth Championship, American youth basketball team is the most competitive team for decades, and their player most come from NCAA. Also, NCAA players still have chance to take part in the Olympic Games, fighting for the national at the international competition. However, in fact, CUBS players are seldom chosen in the national youth team and never fight for their country in Olympic Games. Province team was always the first choice of national teams. And in fact, University of China care about more about the grade of students and ignore their aesthetic ability in order to lose a lot of talented players. Then I will talk about the coach level of NCAA and CUBA. The coach in NCAA was very professional and paid a lot. In fact, NCAA still is a springboard for coaches to NBA. Larry Brown was one of the most famous coaches in NBA. However, before he worked for NBA, he led his team twice got the championship of NCAA. NCAA coach also have a chance to lead the USA Dream Team fighting for Olympic Games. However, coach in CUBA, there only have a few professional coaches in CUBA. Most of them are normal school gym teachers. They pay like normal teacher and no driving force to their match. In fact, none of the CUBA coaches would like to teach college basketball team in China, and this makes the situation of China's college basketball worse. And these two pages are the reference links.
Thanks for listening.